I stand here, I'm overwhelmed, and I just have to say, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I am so humbled. When we started our meeting, I want to go back to that. We spoke of reimagining the society we are to build. Because without that vision of what we want to build, then we cannot even redesign the table. So I want to ask each one of you, in your specific capacity, reimagine the society you want to build, Reimagine the society you want to leave as a legacy to your children, to your grandchildren. Dream big. Allow your mind, your heart to beat at the rhythm of what it could be, the African drum for generations to come. The world we have to imagine has no race. The world we are to imagine, there's no those who can have much and those who have nothing. The world we have to imagine has no minorities. Human beings are human beings. It doesn't matter where you were born. It doesn't matter what language you speak. You are just a human being, and your dignity counts. That's the world we have to reimagine. I had the extraordinary opportunity of sitting, listening, encouraging that you begin that journey. I'm speaking on behalf of those who came behind me and those of my generation. We had big dreams. And Mama Mangala said, our dreams are still halfway. And because they are halfway, we are giving it to you, the baton. Our power, it is only limited by our own imagination. Our power. What we can imagine, we can do. It takes courage to go beyond the limits of you believe are your limits, and to see yourself far ahead of times. It takes courage. Don't shy. Be courageous. Challenge yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. When I say dream the big dream, I'm saying be courageous. There will be sometimes a small voice which says, oh no, I can't do this. No. You can. You just have to accept that you can. And take it even as your responsibility to say, if I don't do it, who is going to do it? And then you'll have the courage. You'll have the courage to know you have to do it. Because if you don't do it, who else? Don't give away your power of being an agent of change. Your power of being a game changer. Don't give it away. It's with you. Use it. We have been for too long accepting that the paradigms which were designed by others, we have to adjust to them. We are not going to adjust anymore. We are going to reinvent ourselves. We are going to reconnect with the essence of who we are as Africans. So we are going to define our own space, our own way of doing things, our own path, our own destiny. I'm going to repeat, our own destiny. You hear me, my daughters?
Yes, ma'am.
Your destiny has to be designed by you. In our communities, our identity is collective. If you like, we have a community identity. We don't have the individual identity. We don't. The individual grows and develops and flourishes within a community. So you have to go to that when you are to redesign the resources which have to be in the hands of people. It's on the basis of those groups which exist in rural and urban areas of women organized as groups. We realize one thing which is so important. We are not only minds. We are hearts, and many of us have broken hearts. Many of us here. And we have been avoiding to talk about those things because perhaps this is also the way we are socialized. You don't talk about those things. And then you carry your wounds. They limit your ability to continue to dream. And you fight alone. In next meetings, we'll give much more time for us to talk as human. And heal together the wounds which are touching all generations. There's no generation which has no wounds here. All of us. In that world, we are going to reimagine. Shame of talking about human experience is not allowed. It's a human experience. We carry it. And actually, to unleash our ability, we need to heal those wounds. And when we heal, we'll be even better prepared to prevent the same wounds to be inflicted in our children and grandchildren. Baby girls will create space for us to heal and to heal together. I said, this is a movement. And movement means it's all of us. This is not Graça Machel Trust. We convened, we connected, and we say catalyze. Now from here, the task is yours. Is yours. These brilliant ideas which have come here, we made it clear from the onset that we have to live with an agenda. We agreed on agenda here, didn't we? Yes. We even recognize who are the champions, isn't it? But the champions are not going to do it alone. Every single one of you, now you have become part of movement. And you have really to, again, as you reimagine, you redesign the table. As you redesign the world, you are also going to redesign the table. And then you say, in the midst of this, what I personally am going to do more, I'm going to do better, I'm going to do differently. All of us. It's not the champions, the experts, all of us who had the privilege of thinking together here. Go back to your network. Share this. Make of your network drivers of change. The movement has to grow, and to grow as much as we can. The quicker the movement grows, the seeds of what we are planting here, they will be present in much more places, in much more countries, in all those networks. And we have to say exactly how we are taking this fire to other people. I'm saying this because we will have to do a lot of convincing other people about what we are talking about here. So do your part. But if there is anything you say, Mama has to do this, I'm at your service. Redesign your world. Get the reflection which you need to reimagine it. Look around, and you really redesign the table where all we sit with dignity and respect for one another. Do it always the African way. For the dignity of ourselves, but for the dignity of African people. And begin with our movement really to be unequivocally, unapologetically doing things the African way.